Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be breaking down the fishing system in Valheim. Firstly, I'll talk about the fishing gear that you can get and how fishing actually works. Secondly, I'll show you the different types of fishing baits and how to craft them. And finally, I'll introduce all the different types of fish that you can catch and where you need to catch them. Firstly, in case you're wondering, fish cannot be attacked using conventional weapons. The only way to catch a fish is by hand or by using a fishing pole with fishing bait. Both of these items can be purchased from Haldor, the in-game trader. The fishing rod costs 350 gold coins, and the fishing bait will set you back 10 gold coins for 20 fishing bait. The only other piece of fishing gear is the fishing hat. The hat is a craftable item that requires every type of fish in the game to craft, so it will take you some time to craft it. But the fishing hat does have its benefits. It grants the wearer a plus 20 skill bonus to your fishing and swimming stats. Okay, so you've got your fishing gear. What next? Well, equip your fishing rod and bait, then cast the line out into the water. Now, fishing requires stamina to cast the line. It also requires stamina to hold the fish on the line and to reel it in. It may take a while for a fish to bite, so when it does bite, press the block button to hook the fish. Then by holding the block button, you can slowly reel in the fish. Now take your time and you will get there. Once the fish is within a couple of meters, you'll be able to pick it up by pressing the use button. As I said, stamina can often be the difference between catching a fish and letting it get away. So try to eat well before fishing, as holding the fish on the line costs stamina too, not just reeling it in. One thing to note is if you move more than 30 meters away from the bobber, your line will break. So that's how to fish. Sounds pretty easy, right? Well, it isn't that easy. It can be quite frustrating at first, and if you don't catch anything on your first session, do not get disheartened. One tip is to look for large groups of fish near the shoreline and cast your line a short distance. This helps, as the longer your casting line, the more you're going to have to reel it in, thus costing you more stamina and increasing the chances of the fish getting away. Also, start out trying to catch small fish, as the large ones have a bigger drain on your stamina. As I said, food is a good aid for long fishing sessions, as is the stamina mead if you've got any available. Another useful tip relates to holding the fish on the line and walking inland. This method sometimes results in the fish getting stuck on the shore, making it easy pickings for you to gather by hand. It's also worth noting that the fish in Valheim are afraid of player noise and will flee if they hear you, so be stealthy. And also try using a sailboat near a group of fish, as you might find the fish jump onto your boat if you're lucky like me. Now, if you haven't found the trader in your map, then you won't have access to a fishing rod or the fishing bait, so you'll just have to try and catch fish with your hands, but it's not the easiest method. So if you wander around the shorelines, occasionally you will stumble upon a fish that's been caught on the beach. If you're quick, you can pick it up, and it's a pretty easy way of getting a fish early in the game. Another way to catch fish without a rod is to build a fishing weir. A fishing weir is an obstruction created in bodies of water to trap or guide the fish. The fishing weir method is particularly effective during high tides when the waves go up. The weir acts as a kind of trap that will hold the fish in place when the tides settle down, and then you can just go in and pick them up. Here is an example of a fishing weir, but it's not an exact science. It just depends. You can build a pen to hold them in, you can build one that traps them, try different things out, see what works for you. There's no exact method. But you can also use the hoe, the gardening type tool. If you build a land bridge across a body of water, you'll occasionally find fish getting adrift on it. That's another good method. So, there are ways, but a fishing rod's probably the best way to go. Okay, so that's how you fish and a few strategies to use, but what about the bait? Well, there's 9 types of bait you can use, so let's take a look at them. First, we've got standard fishing bait. Again, you can buy this from Haldor, 10 coins for 20 bait. You can use this mainly in the meadows, black forest and mountains. The second bait is cold fishing bait. This is one you craft. You need a cauldron, you need 20 fishing bait, and you need 1 Fenring trophy. This is used in the meadows, black forest and mountain. Thirdly, we've got frosty fishing bait. To craft it, you need a cauldron, 20 fishing bait and 1 drake trophy. It's only really used in the deep north biome. Fourth, we've got heavy fishing bait. To craft it, you need a cauldron, 20 fishing bait and 1 serpent trophy. This is only used in the ocean biome. The fifth bait is hot fishing bait. Again, you need a cauldron, 20 fishing bait and 1 surling trophy. This is used in the ashlands biome. Sixth, we have a misty fishing bait. You need a cauldron, 20 fishing bait and 1 lox trophy to make it. This is used in the mistlands. Seventh is the mossy fishing bait. Again, a cauldron, 20 fishing bait, but you need 1 troll trophy. This bait is used in the Black Forest. The eighth bait is sticky. You need a cauldron, 20 fishing bait and 1 abomination trophy. This is used to catch fish in the swamp. And last but not least is the stingy fishing bait. To make it, you need a cauldron, you need 20 fishing bait and 1 fulling trophy. It's mainly used in the ocean and plains biome. Okay, so the fish. Let's have a look at the fish in detail. The fish in Valheim, they're passive creatures. They just linger around in the water parts of the submerged environment. So what types of fish are there? Okay, first one is a perch. Perch can be found off the shore of the meadows in the Black Forest. To catch one, you need normal fishing bait, which can be purchased from Haldor. The second fish type is pike. Pike can be found off the shore of the meadows and the Black Forest. Again, using normal fishing bait. Third is tuna. Tuna can be found in the ocean, so you'll most likely need a boat to fish these ones. In terms of bait, you'll need heavy fishing bait. The fourth type of fish is coral cod. Coral cod can be found in the ocean biome. A school of coral cod can often also be found in the centre of the ocean, or occasionally near other biomes. In terms of bait, you need the heavy fishing bait. The fifth type of fish is pufferfish. The pufferfish can be found in the waters within the mistlands. You'll need misty fishing bait for that. The sixth fish is trollfish. These are in the Black Forest. You'll need mossy fishing bait, but also you can occasionally find them on the shore of the Black Forest. The seventh fish type is giant herring. These are in the swamp, and to get them you need sticky fishing bait. The eighth fish are tetra. Tetra are very rare. They are found in the bottom of frost caves in the mountain biomes. To lure them, you need cold fishing bait. The ninth type of fish is the grouper. Groupers can be found off the shore of the plains. To lure them, you need stingy fishing bait. The 10th fish type is the anglerfish. These are in the mistlands. To get them, you need misty fishing bait. 11th type of fish is the magma fish. These are in the ashlands, and to get them, you need hot fishing bait. And the 12th and final type of fish in Valheim are the northern salmon. Northern salmon can be found in the deep north biome, so remember to wrap up warm. To lure them in, you need the frosty fishing bait. Now, whichever type of fish you catch, they will all have an assigned quality. This will range from 1 to 5. The higher the number, the bigger the fish will be, and the more it weighs, and the more fish you will get when you cook it. So you've caught some fish, right? So what do you do with it? There's 3 things. Well, first, you can display it on an item stand. So this is great if you want to show off your biggest catch and impress your friends. An item stand with a fish can be paired with a well-placed sign to share the name of that fish or even the level rating. The second option with a fish is to cook it. Okay, so any fish that you catch can be converted into raw fish at the cauldron. The amount of raw fish you get depends on the quality of the fish. Raw fish can then be cooked over a campfire and eaten once it's ready. Firstly, to obtain raw fish, you need to have a fish in your inventory. Then you need a cauldron to process it into raw fish. And as I said, you can cook that raw fish over a campfire. A piece of cooked fish increases your max health by 45 and your stamina by 15. The second cooking option is fish and bread. To make fish and bread, you'll need a cauldron, you'll need an anglerfish and a bread dough item. Once you have the uncooked fish and bread, you can cook it in a stone oven. It increases your max health by 30 and your max stamina by 90. The third fish related dish are fish wraps. To make it you need a cauldron, 2 cooked fish and 4 barley flour. It increases health by 70, stamina by 23. And the fourth type of food made from fish, technically it's not like the fish you catch with your rod, it's the sea serpent, and the dish is called serpent stew, but they live in the sea, so it still qualifies. To cook serpent stew you need a cauldron, you need a mushroom, you need a cooked serpent meat, and you need 2 honey. Increases your health by 80, which is fantastic, and your stamina by 26. So you can, like I say, you can put your fish on a stand, option 1, you can cook your fish in a dish, option 2. The third option, you can just catch and release, and if you drop a fish item that you're in your inventory over water, it will swim away to freedom. Swim, my friends. Until next time. Finally, once you've learned to fish, why not build yourself a fishing lodge? Now, I created one specifically for this video, and here is a quick tour around the place. Okay, there you have it. That's my guide to fishing in Valheim. I hope you found the video useful. Comment with any thoughts. Thank you for watching. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Cheers.